We start our broadcast with a moment of contemplation at the beautiful Nikkei Memorial.
Every aspect of the memorial, from the stones, the trees, and even the shape of the pathway, represent the many connections between the Japanese residents and Steveston.
Good afternoon, and welcome to our coverage of the Steveston Salmon Festival Parade.
Make sure to stay hydrated and put on that sunscreen.
Always good advice. We have an excited crowd here. And there's the music. It's our first float.
It's Sammy the Salmon, this year's official parade marshal.
And he's not alone.
No, he's not, Bob. Those other fish are salmon, jumping along on their journey upstream.
And in honor of those brave salmon fighting the current, this year we are reversing the parade route. Behind Sammy, we can see the iconic marine garage.
You can't buy gas there, but you can still get your car fixed.
That's my car getting fixed right now. Speaking of hot vehicles, our local fire department is here to fire up the crowd.
Keeping people safe, Bob.
While we have a moment, I'd like to remind everyone to check out our exciting main stage, where musicians, dancers, and more will be performing all day long.
And don't forget Sammy's Fun Zone for Children, the Martial Arts Center, the Community Center, and so much more.
Next up in the parade, we have some fun pirates. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
Would that be R?
No, it's actually the C.
Good one, Bob. In reality, while Steveston isn't known for its pirates, we did have our fair share of rum runner boats hopping the border during Prohibition.
Next up, we have a stunning parade float in honor of the Japanese Benevolent Society, showcasing the last of the spring's cherry blossoms being carried away into summer by the river.
The float represents Japan's beauty transplanted. Early in Steveston's history, the society ran a fishermen's hospital funded by the Japanese community that helped anyone who needed help. They also opened a school. They even functioned like a union for the Japanese fishermen.
Those flowers certainly pop against that red brick background.
Those aren't just any red bricks, Bob. That red brick building was built by the town doctor William Hepworth in 1913. Those bricks came all the way from England. Boats used them as ballast, trading bricks of cans for Steveston salmon. Can you imagine putting together a building brick by brick?
Let's go now to our sideline reporter Stacy, who is on site at the Salmon Bake Barbecue. Can you hear us, Stacy?
Loud and clear. I'm here with Martina, a local volunteer chef. What's your favorite part about the Steveston Salmon Festival?
For me, it's all about the community.
Any tips for how to best barbecue a salmon?
Keep an eye on it.
Well put. Back to you, Bob.
Look what we have next. It's a boat that's afloat. This float is in celebration of the Steveston Bullhead Derby, an annual fishing event open to seniors and kids 12 and under.
Little Tiffany there is the proud winner of the largest fish caught this year, with her trophy behind her.
Look at proud Grandpa with his camera. She must have quite some arm strength to reel that fish in.
Children are deceptively strong, Mike.
That they are, Bob.
And here we have a float representing the Gulf of Georgia Cannery.
Built in 1894, it was nicknamed the Monster Cannery due to its size. This float shows a simplified process of what went on in the cannery. First, we have the fish arriving at the docks. Next, they head over to the butchers, who chop off the unwanted parts of the fish. The fish are then washed in cold water pumped up from the ocean below.
Ooh, chilly.
Those workers cleaning the fish were called slimers, which tells you something about the job.
Fascinating.
Then the fish get put into airtight cans and are cooked in big ovens called retorts.
And here is my retort to that. Let's go back to our sideline reporter Stacy, now at the Steveston Museum and Post Office.
Thank you, Bob. The museum and post office behind me here was first built in 1905, when it was Steveston's first bank. It was built in pieces in New Westminster, then shipped over here and reassembled on site.
Prefabricated design? I wonder how big the instruction booklet was for that one.
Stacy, is there anything else you can tell our audience?
Absolutely. If you're here in person, the museum is a great place to explore. If you're at home, check out everything else there is to do at stevestonsalmonfest.ca.